So with my chiropractor, he's doing a case study on me, and we have been working so far to kind of identify parts of the brain and what parts they're correlated to. That's kind of been his focus so far. And then today we were able to start a new exploration. So we explored how nerves and like different parts of the body correlate with different parts of consciousness. And so we did an experiment. we he tapped something in here, something down here, tapped it, and in doing so, turned off parts of the nerves that communicate balance from the feet to the brain. And it was really hard. Like, I was laying down when he did it, and he said, okay, get up and try to walk around, like, take your time. But like, get up and walk around. And it took me so long to just lift my head. Like, my head felt heavy. My specific description was gravity suddenly got a lot stronger. Gravity suddenly got really, 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 really heavy. Before it was just like average. Now it's like and so it took me a long time just to sit up, just to physically lift my head, my body to a sitting position. And even then I was like really disoriented, almost like just kind of just and it was really hard to stand up. And I was actually like nervous to walk around. I was like, what if I fall over? Like, I could tell it was just not there. And as I tried to start walking, ocean came out fully, like 100% fully fronting. And so like maybe she was present when we were sitting up, but it was not noticeable that it was her until we were walking. And then when we were walking, it was like very there was definitely age regression. There was definitely like I felt the need to be lower to the ground because I could tell the balance was off, but it was also very subconscious. Like, if he hadn't told me this is gonna make, the balance from your feet to the brain, like not communicate properly, I don't know that I would have specified the word balance. I could just tell I wanted to be closer to the ground. And so there's age regression. There was just a psychomotor retardation, moving much slower, much more hunched in, like shoulders and neck kind of down and out, and like shoulders turned in and stuff. And again, this isn't like me doing this on purpose like I am now. It was this thing stimulated my body to be in that position because our posture is all subconscious. Our body is all subconscious. Parts of consciousness related with trauma are all subconscious. And so it's all intertwined. Um, and so we did this experiment and then sat back down and he woke it back up and he said, now walk around. And I walked around no problem. Normal adult, stood up right away, didn't even have to think about it, didn't have to put effort into it at all before it was like every ounce of conscious effort was put into this very simple task. And it was still difficult. And he was just like, boop, 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 boop. Choose to stand, I walk around, no problem. And it was, normal balance, normal stance, normal pace, normal everything. And so we're going to be exploring with the 30 something, 38, 36 memory centers in the body. The body itself has different memory centers. And so he explained it as, if you get injured, for example, that part of your body is going to remember that. So when you're, it can use that information. So if you're in a similar situation, you won't get injured again in the same way. Or if you're in, like whatever, like it's all part of our ability to survive in this world. And we have these different memory centers in our body and they hold on to stuff. But if we've been through a lot of trauma, they're holding on to stuff that's impairing our ability to engage in the present moment and operate to the best of our capacity and experience joy and fulfillment and, things that we need to, work on. And so a lot of the stuff does become maladaptive. It's very adaptive, very incredible, very superhuman like, and now it's maladaptive, causing us pain. So beautiful and powerful to recognize these things. Definitely a little scary when we're not consciously aware of them. So very excited to continue healing and growing and learning with this amazing, amazing chiropractor. I'm really excited about what we're going to discover. So my first homework assignment is to tap right here, like a good amount, and just see what happens. See what comes up with parts of consciousness, see what comes up in my body, see what comes up in my brain, my emotions, my experience, and take notes. I definitely feel it stimulated something, but I need to get in a more meditative state to know exactly what it is. But I feel these different pangs in my brain and my body as I did that one thing right there. And so we're going to be experimenting with this stuff, and I'm really grateful for this opportunity to explore and have someone who knows what he's doing and is willing to work with me in a way that I feel comfortable with and actually am excited about. Like, that's really powerful. We have, a lot of trauma around doctors, and so I was afraid that I would never be able to have an opportunity like this, specifically like to learn about my dissociative identity, exploring things, with me as part of it, not just like a science experiment, but I'm engaging with the person studying me. And so we really get to work together, and that makes me feel a lot more comfortable with the exploring, because it is scary, dissociating and knowing that the stuff's going on, and it's a lot. But I'm very comfortable with it. I know this is where I need to be. I know this is where the magic's going to happen of learning new things, and this is all part of the dissociative identity movement. And so I would really love, I want to, share this in the dissociative identity movement private group on Facebook, and really just get any kind of empowerment you have for my doctor. I sat him down and explained nobody in the world is studying the correlation between this kind of stuff, chiropractic care, the body, the nerves, the muscles, the bones, in relation to structural dissociation or dissociative identity. Nobody. That's not something that's happening in the world ever, in history, in all of history. And so, like, this could lead to some groundbreaking stuff. This could lead to so many different things, a deeper understanding of the way parts manifest in the body, a deeper understanding of the way that we need to give treatment to clients who have dissociation. Like when I went in for chiropractic treatment, we couldn't do normal chiropractic treatment because I was so dissociated from my body. And if doctors could have an understanding of that, I wouldn't have had to wait so many years to find a miracle doctor who's willing to explore this stuff. It would just be standardized. And so that's kind of part of the hope of this, kind of the long-term dream of it all. And so we're exploring new stuff. I would love if you guys could comment with some messages of empowerment for my doctor. Right now, I'm the only person he's helping, but I believe that with the help he's offering me, we can help more people down the road. And, I just, yeah, any messages of empowerment. I want him to know that this is going to affect more people than just me. I want him to know that this investment is so worth it. I want him to know that he has this community at his side cheering him on in this work. I want him to know that. So any kind of messages of empowerment, you could type below, or if you want to send them to me privately or something, I could share it with him if you feel comfortable with that. And I can make it, anonymous or anything you want me to do to feel comfortable with sharing. But, he's very much in this alone right now. He's been providing treatment for me since the beginning of May. And I've only been like lucidly present and able to engage for the last couple months. Like there were months where he was just, going in faith. And now that I'm present, it's still, he's really in this alone. Really, really, I want him to know that he has a team of people all around the world cheering him on. That's my hope. So let's make that happen, okay? Because I really believe this case study could lead to some discoveries that's going to change the world and going to improve treatments made available for people like you too. And I want that. I want this progress. I want this community collaboration. There's much more power in numbers. I wouldn't be here without the support I've had, and I want him to know that he's supported too. He's really gone above and beyond to offer all of my different parts of consciousness care that we didn't find in hundreds and hundreds of doctors. I mean, chiropractors, physical therapists, regular therapists, psychiatrists, regular physical doctors. all sorts of things. I mean, we even did like biofeedback. We did all sorts of things, and nobody has been there for my parts the way this doctor has. And this is the kind of treatment that needs to become standardized for people with dissociative identity disorder. It would change the world. So any messages of empowerment, please send them my way. I will forward them to him. He needs to know he's supported. He needs to know that this has to happen. You know what I mean? Like, it's not just something we're kind of loosely exploring. It's something that we are going to work towards at all costs, you know? So any messages of empowerment would be greatly appreciated. Any messages of encouragement, you know, and we'll keep learning and healing and growing together. Thank you so much for sharing this healing journey with me, soul friends. I'm grateful for this movement. I'm grateful for you, incredible warriors of consciousness, mental health warriors, Nightingale Knights. You guys are just, I'm just getting chills even talking about this. You guys are so beautiful and so powerful, and we are going to change the world. It's already happening. It's already started, and it's only going to keep growing and expanding and evolving and just transforming lives and just powerfully moving across the globe. So let's just keep at it full force. Keep having the faith. Keep putting in the energetic efforts, and it's inevitable. We're going to change the world. Have a beautiful and blessed day, my soul friends, in light and love. Namaste.